just recently celebrated Labor Day. I don't know if it's a big celebration or it's one of those public holidays that you thank God for because it gives you a break. But Labor Day is all about work. And today I want to encourage you who is involved in some kind of work to keep going, to keep working. And I want to do this by sharing one of my favorite scriptures. I've actually put it as an email signature, one of my email addresses. And it's from Paul's letter to the church at Corinth, 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 58. He says, "Therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, stand firm. Let nothing move you. Always give yourselves fully to the work of the Lord." And why does he say this? Because you know that your labor in the Lord is not in vain. This is really an encouraging way that Paul is bringing his letter to a close. And he says, "Therefore," and I was taught to ask, what is the therefore? Therefore. The therefore is talking about resurrection. In light of the resurrection, my dear brothers and sisters, in light of Jesus having died, having been buried, having risen up triumphantly on the third day, in light of the resurrection, keep this in mind. Stand firm. And then he goes on to talk about work. He says, always give yourselves fully to the work of the Lord. I wonder whether what you're doing, the work that you do, is contributing to the work that God is doing. John tells us in his gospel that Jesus said that the Father is always working. And so there are things that God is doing to draw people to himself, to redeem people to himself. Are you plugged into that kind of work? Is what you are doing contributing to the work of the Lord? Because the work of the Lord is about redeeming humankind and also restoring this place that we call earth. It's about redeeming humankind to himself. It's about bringing God's kingdom to bear right here on earth. And so I wonder whether your work is involved in the work of the Lord. That's food for thought. And if it is, Paul is saying, keep going. He's saying, keep serving. He's saying, keep doing what you're doing. Maybe it's administrative work. Keep at it. And it may not seem like it's making any difference, but the emails that you send, they're making a difference because they're contributing to the work of the Lord. Maybe it's teaching. You are a teacher, and there are days that, you look at your payslip and you're not sufficiently motivated. But when you think about those young lives that you're impacting and how one day they will be significantly, they'll be transformed and they'll be able to impact wherever they are because of your role, then you must keep going. You must keep working. You must keep serving. And that's the gist of what Paul is saying. He's saying that always remember this, always give yourselves fully to the work of the Lord. Give 100, give 110%, because you know that your work is not for just that boss or that supervisor. Your work is for the Lord. Your work is for the Master. Your work is tied to his work. And because it's tied to his work, it's never going to go to the recycle bin. It's never going to be wasteful. It's going to be the kind of work for which one day you will be rewarded. I want to encourage you who is stuck in a rut insofar as work is concerned, and you are going through the routines. In fact, the clock hours, sometimes they look like they're longer, and you don't know where to get that motivation. May this remind you, your work is not in vain. So long as it's tied to God's work, that teaching is not in vain. That administrative work, it's not in vain. Maybe it may be that which society refers to as menial work. So you're making sure that spaces are clean and conducive environments for others to use them. And you may think to yourself, what difference am I making? I think it was Martin Luther, that German reformer, who said that the way that the shoe shiner does his work as unto the Lord is not by drawing polished crosses on the shoes, but it is by making sure that the shoes are so well shined, if there's such a word. Or that street sweeper, it is by making sure that the streets are so well cleaned for the master that it brings glory to him. So I want to encourage you, keep serving, keep working, keep going. Your labor is not in vain. Thanks for watching, and God bless you.